All right, guys. Today's video, I want to show you exactly the trade I took that gave me about $1,000 in a space of it's less than 7 hours. If I'm not mistaken, is it 7 hours? Yes. Okay, less than 8 hours actually, because I entered it around earliest of New London section, and the trade matured and started its movement at exact New York section. How I was able to capitalize on NFP trade, and I made about 60 to 70 pips. The trade gave me crazy profit. It keep selling and buying and selling, because it was just two portfolio I opened actually, two diversifications I opened actually, two positions, and it was very crazy, guys. It was very crazy. I want to show you because I want to put it out there so people can, of course, learn and some things I saw and how I was able to harness such trade. I want to put it out there so people can learn. The trade was on AUD card. That was on AUD card, and of course, it was on JPY. This trade gave brought about 1,000 just in one day, $1,000 for me into one day. I was able to do that, and I was able to unleash such things. Is what I want to show you today, the strategies and everything I use. So I want you to pay attention to this so you can use it for yourself as well. All right. Good guys. Let's go into it, guys. Let's go. Let's go. So this AUD card, the last trade I took, I was even expecting it to come to this buy, but immediately I saw the reaction in the market. I opted out there. This was the trade I took. I entered somewhere around here, then it came back to this point and gave me about 60 pips or so, 50 to 50 pips or so. Let me show you very well how I was able to enter this trade and why I took my entry there. Let me show you. This is 2 hours. This is 2 hours time frame. Let me show you in 30 minutes time frame. Yeah, let me show you guys. So there were like two trades. Is it two or two? Okay, so there were three. I'll show you. This is the first one I actually entered. I saw the I saw the correction of this market around here. I was waiting for it patiently. I was not interested in entering. I saw it around here. That was late New York section. I didn't enter it yet. I was not convinced about it because I was just seeing this correction. This pattern, for those who have been trading, this pattern shows that markets want to reverse, but yet are not really exhausted. The sellers are still in the market because I can see the pattern. I'm used to the pattern a lot. If you have been trading me a lot, you understand. That's why people tell you that just sit to the chart and learn from the chart. I tell people that no matter how much you spend much time with the chart, you get to make the time that you just get used to it. It's just like someone that has repeated the class over and over and over and over again. The time will just come, ABC, ABC, ABC every day. The time will just come, that ABC just stick to his brain. Even though it's domed or anything, I don't want to know. It just stick to his brain. Such thing happens also in the market. It's all about repetitions of patterns that you are learning. You are studying what the patterns, the repetition of pattern. So what has occurred in the past, in decades, we are trying to predict the future, and it's happening, predicting itself again, happening itself again in the future. So this kind of pattern I already know. That kind of pattern will still is not yet for buy. It's still more or less like, for example, just like a car driving. If you're driving and then you're about to park. So first when you get a place, you just press brake boom, and park. You know it's not done. You definitely have to go on a slow motion, then then park. So this kind of market means what? The market is coming to an exhaustion, but yet it's still still have power. This from year to year. This kind of these two shapes and this kind of, and then that what he said is not yet. So I waited, I waited till is it not here? Where do I come in? Okay, I waited till this point. I waited this place here. And then this place did what? And then this market engulfed this. It engulfed this baby here. Can you see, guys? And come on, more or less engulfed this one too again. A bit. Then we tested. Then I knew what? We are ready to sell. We are ready to buy. Let me show you on a bigger time frame. On the 1 hour, you see the engulf. Let me show you 1 hour, guys. I'm practically showing you how I enter my trade and how I make my profits. So can you see this was it here, guys? How I enter my profit, how I everything. Finally show you, see, can you see now? This market engulfed, break forcefully into what we call cycle level. If you're a student of us, you understand this cycle level and why market breaks. If whenever market breaks above cycle level, what it means. If you're a student of us, you should know that by now. However, if you're not a student, I want to urge you to look into the link in our description. You can as well join our classes. You can join our community, our family on Telegram, so you can learn from some of our free classes that we used to do. We explain everything to our students because whenever we see a forceful break under or above cycle level, it means something, and those things we have communicated to our students. So I want to urge you, please join us in the Telegram group so you can always learn some of these things. So market broke into and retested, then I entered around here. I knew, wow, this is where we're meant to enter. I entered first position here, second one here. I was also waiting if it comes to this cycle, I'll enter third position. I was fucking sure my cycle, my stop loss was around here. At most, it will take him myself. If you take my stop loss, I will still be willing to buy. But the fact if I only take away this last low, I was still willing to buy. But thank God it never took away my Excel. It was around here. I was just risking about 21 to 24 pips to catch at least 1 to 2. Aha. My first take profit was around here, and then my last take profit, as you just see, around that place. Sure. So, of course, I took my profit here, of course, because when I saw the reaction of the candlesticks, I went to that. So, market did everything, blah, blah, blah. Let me show you on the smaller time frame. Let me show you. Let's back to it. Let's back to it. Let's back to it. So, do not forget that we entered around here. I entered around here. That was, let me show you. Yeah. I entered around here. I entered first one year, second one year. Market carry going. Then did a lot of what? A lot of downswing. Why market was doing this? I knew that whenever market takes its time to move, and that market is constantly going to move, or it's a short buy market. I'll show you why it was a short buy market. I'll show you, don't worry, guys. I knew that the market would definitely respond to news. Okay, experience tells back that. So I knew that for sure. So I knew that what NFP is coming. So but market was keep doing this. I knew that what well, this market is want to respond to NFP. When NFP comes down, it also is not is also a pair that is what that is dollar familiar. It's dollar related. Can you see D CA is CAD and AUD. They are of dollar. Although they are the Canadian dollars and the Australian dollar, they still have a bit of dollar influence whenever dollar USD news comes out. They have to what influence on it. So I knew that what we definitely react to what to USD. And that was NFP that came out on Friday. So I think I sent this group this setup. I sent this signal to the group and everybody moved a lot within a seconds. Gave us about 60 something pips and boom, that was it. Then I told my students, I'm out, guys, and I opted out. Pip, because that was my first profit around there. So a market give you market around that 12 about 15 to 20, 30 minutes to NFP, market was coming down. I was already thinking what's going to happen, man. Though my stop loss was protected, thank God, because if it matches weak us out and go, my stop loss is there to protect us. So net market just dropped here. Boom, it goes. I knew that exactly what I'm expecting because I was so sure of it. Let me tell you what I saw and why I was so sure of it, and that was why I gave you about 1,000 people. Not only this one, actually. There are three pairs. Let me show you the second and the third one. So let's go back. Let's go back. What I saw. Let's go back to daily. Of course, of course, I start my stuff from daily. I start my analysis from daily time frame. I saw you can see that market has been after this double top here, even though it closes below this year, this is a buy market. Can you see where market closes? If your body of the candle closes below, it shows that what this is our last low, this is the low, the next low, this week is what we market I mean the market rejected it. And it did a higher high, lower low, higher high, lower low. It's still a bit higher high here. Just a bit, but what it shows that what market could not push so strongly. The strong of the higher high was not that strong. That's why it did just a bit of higher high. Then it come to do a what another bit of lower low here. Meaning that what market will have to react and react to this point. Aside from that, I also saw that this point, this cycle level, this is our cycle level the market is touching. It touches our this in here, touches our what? Trend line here one, trend line here two, and around it touches our trend line here again three. That is our third confluence. And aside that too, aside from price action, I could see also that this our cycle level here, this our cycle level is what is a strong zone. It's called a strong. This can you see? A strong area of concentration. Can you see? Area of concentration. That is whenever we are up, we are buying. Whenever we are down, we are selling. So it was a strong area of attention for me. I call it area of concentration. So that is why I shoot and I pick a strong buy there. That's why I shoot this and it gave us about $1,000. That was it, guys. So let's go to the next one, guys. Let's go to the next one. The next one was card, if I'm not mistaken. Card, yeah, this one was card. This also gave us a crazy. So just those three pairs I entered, and it was a crazy. It came out crazily and massively. NFP. That's how you trade NFP. When you have a good setup and you're so sure of where you're selling, what you're buying, NFP will definitely favor you. I tell people that news always align to your fundamental, your technical. Except you are wrong, that's why you need to prove you wrong. Am I talking to somebody? Yes, except why in some rare cases news might spike you out actually. It can be wrong, it can be right as well, but due to the news that came out, probably just a two of the news, probably USD news, one was strong and one was weak. So the weak will react first, spike you out and now go to the and now later move to the its main direction. It happens actually. So if your stop loss is too tight, news might spike you. That doesn't make it invalid. But most times the news aligns with technical. I tell people that your news definitely what aligns with technical. So let's go. Let me show you guys. Your news definitely what aligns with what with your technical trade, with the technical analysis. So I knew that once I'm to right, and I'm so fucking sure that this my news, the news that's coming up, it definitely aligned. I just rest assured. I saw this thing too. Let me show you. I saw this baby here too. I saw this baby. Shoulder, head. He's doing another thing here again. This is head again. Shoulder. That's why I sold. Can you see the head here? He did a shoulder here, and he did another shoulder here, another shoulder here. That's why I sold. I knew I was going to do another shoulder here because my stop loss was somewhere around here. So I knew that this market was technically sell. Let me show you also from a bigger time frame. So that's why I sold. I saw the same pattern. Sometimes market can do the same pattern two times. Same pattern will repeat the same pattern two times. Can you see? I saw that market did your head and shoulder. This is head, shoulder. This is another head again. This is shoulder. And it came to come and do a shoulder here again. Then this one we rejected it. That's what I sold this AUD card. Let me show you. As I sold it, those three pairs gave me 1,000 pips. One gave me 1,000, gave me about $1,000. So the total pips were about 200 pips or 300 pips or so. It was crazy, guys. Aside from that, I also saw that this market was already doing a reversal, what's called M pattern. So people call it double top. So I waited for it to also do double top. Then I draw this line. Once the market breaks this line, I entered. I knew that what the first will buy, the first will sell will come in. Then I waited for the retest. Let me show you. Actually, I better enter though. That is a risky because sometimes I used to place my two entries two times. I'll place one as a risky game. I enter when I was here. Then I was more confident when it blew, push, and then it tested here. I entered around here too again, but I was not confident. And this is just because I could see that there is a reaction at this point. Can you see now? Reaction. Okay, keep bouncing here and going up, bouncing and going up. Whenever it bounces here and goes up, whenever it breaks below, it definitely will test and go down. So when the market breaks below and tested, I was more confident that this market is coming down. Then I entered around somewhere around there. We sold extensively back, and this market gave us crazy. Can you see? Okay, let me measure it. It gave us about how many pips? Maybe I guess it gave us about one something, about 80 something pips or so. 180 pips. That was crazy, guys. I milk it. Actually, I opted out around somewhere around here though. So I wasn't holding it to that long. I think that's around 1 year though. I think after that somewhere around year. So that was it. I just once I see 1 to 2 to 3, I'm okay for that day. I don't actually wait because I don't. But if I see a quick retest again on that, I can enter. But once I see 1 to 2 to 3, 1 to 4, sometimes I opted out. So except I'm so convinced that this market is still going, and I'll be holding it for like 6 and 8 weeks worth. So the last one was CADJPY as well. This one still did a nice one by selling. I entered. Let me show you as well. So this is practically what I did and how I trade. So for some video, I'm asking Coach Sam, please show us what you see into the market before you enter the companies I used to see and why I call some of my signals that always been accurate. The hardly see some of them goes wrong. It's not us. It's just a work of grace and of course the little professionalism that we have come to we have learned so far in the market. Let me show you also. This was a crazy one. This market gives about 100 and 200 and something plus pips. Can you see? 199 pips. That's approximately 200 pips. 200 pips in less than some few hours. That was crazy, guys. That was crazy. We call the sell around here, and everybody knew. I won't take it to stop here because after that around here. But this point was a what? A struggle, a strong rejection point. You see now. Market do some reaction around here. So me, I was taking to stop here. I was taking to stop here. Market keep going, keep going. At most I was taking to not stop here. Most you stop here. Market keep going, even broke it and stop here. Come on, it was crazy. It was crazy, guys. over 200 pips. 200 pips. That was crazy. So I killed it and I entered it around here because I knew that this market would sell. Let me show you why I knew. Let me show you. Market was already doing a double top here, come back here and gain a buy here. Took away this buy, took away this low, the last low here. The market takes away that last low. I need that. You need to react. You need to respond so they can go. If you want to go forward, you need to respond. Market, can you see, took away this last low here. My trainer was there, showing that what market has broke away all these lows here. Then you have to retest and go. The market never retested, but see come down. So that's why I entered the sell and I saw the changes of patterns, the pattern languages. I told you guys often and every time that every market speaks a language. Can you see the double top? It shows and I showed that stuff, everything I entered. Boosh. That was how it gave us about 202 pips. So that was exactly all I did. That was the three trade I entered. That was on NFP. So if you are the guys that want to trade NFP, these are the things you should always look out for in trading NFP. So in one way, in one word, I traded NFP. Before NFP came out, I don't wait for trade to NFP to come before I can know. I also know that this market is wide. I go for this good setup and I know that NFP will also align with it and will base my analysis. So that's how it works. So always go look for good setup and of course aim your stop on the high side. Aim it hard, aim it strongly, and you make your money and you'll be fine. So that was what I did, and I was able to make crazy and crazy money. Thank you so much for joining me today. Once again, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and join our Telegram on our community on Telegram. Of course, if you have any questions about NFP and how NFP did strongly to you over the week, let me know so we can attend to that. Thank you so much once again, everybody. Love you and peace out, guys. Bye for now, everybody.